Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone, touchdown New Orleans.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
To throw is Rush. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Rush. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On the return, Hardy.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Room here to run.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Kamara in the passing game.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Saints!
Alvin Kamara.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And some space here.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
That is caught by Lamb.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Called on a very strong gain of 24. Now Elliott at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are back within a score.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Luntz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Luntz to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rush to throw.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing here, Rush. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rush. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rush. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw is Winston.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st downs.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
36 yards.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, 199 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Again, it's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. and now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustment.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back to throw, Rush. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Had to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, Rush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
As a first third down trying to gain, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good
key third down throws.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They're going option play on 3rd down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but he did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rush.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
From 17 yards out.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Rush.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
After the interception, here's Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing after the interception. Rush.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Marr now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. And that will be incomplete. It's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. He's got him in, complete. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Mara, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing. Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever.
but they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Got this down to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Rush. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save it.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rush.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Yeah, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense had understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, I think it's almost bad that you just throw the pick six and you come up with the field. a chance to atone.
And that's Elliott, complete. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick-6, but look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing here, Rush. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
10th carry now for Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. This is Elliott. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Rush. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Marr is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go with Drake. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Jackson.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Jackson.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Tucker with the extra point. Prepared barring some late heroics. They're going to get out of here with a comfortable victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time that offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play. And